my cherished ducklings. I'm wearing PJ. I always wear PJs in this show. So, hi. Sorry I'm a little late. My eyelashes turned on me. Occasionally, I decide, oh, this is a good day to wear false eyelashes. And then I turn out to be completely and utterly wrong. So I managed to glue my eyes shut. And aside from that, I have like no makeup on except a last minute, like a blue eyeshadow and I think some Burt's Bees lip gloss, but all is well. But it's been that kind of day. I got off to a late start. Did you have a late start today? I did. Um, I was outside singing to my daffodils and my tulips because it sounds kind of hippy dippy, but the fact is they have now been in full bloom for 2 weeks. And I think it's because I go outside and I sing, "What's it all about, Alfie?" which is my favorite song. Or, something 60s, 70s, or 80s. And then maybe a little NWA just to see if they're listening. But so I completely lost time. Anyway, so I'm going to start from the beginning. Hello, I'm Peri Lyons. This is Moonstruck TV and A1R Radio. I'm so glad you're here. And I can see with my heart's eye. I love that color in you. So we're going to do the weekly tarot psychic weather. And this is how it goes. Now, weekly tarot psychic weather goes like this. It's just like regular weather, except less damaging to crops. And I'm going to pick 3 cards. And everybody in the world is saying this now, but I started this like 5 or 6 years ago when I first started doing this show. What I would say is, even if you're just passing through the room, even if you're seeing this by accident, it applies to you. No, everybody's still in my shtick. Oh well. It's hard to be an outlier ahead of your time. Oh, the humanity. I'm a very silly mood today. They were sold out of the logs I like at Home Depot, so we don't have a fire, but we do have this incredibly beautiful scarf. Some wonderful friends, triplets, Bielka, Johanna, and Francisco, just sent me for my birthday. Okay, the psychic tarot weather is like this. What we do is we start today, Wednesday. I'll pick a card, 3 cards, so that's every couple of days. Second card is for the weekend. The third card is like Monday through Wednesday, and then we start all over again. It's a never-ending cycle. Definitely silly today. I couldn't sleep last night. So I thought about things. Okay, that was a bad idea. Wow, that's interesting. Wow. Okay. I never picked these beforehand because I feel like cheating. And I'm honest. Honestly, whenever anybody starts out by telling me they're honest when I just meet them, I'm like, I make sure I know where my wallet is. Because only people who aren't honest tell you they are honest in the first 30 seconds. But you and I have known each other a long time, so I can say I'm honest. I mean, just don't ask me my age or weight. But aside from that, yes. Okay, we're starting out with, it's interesting. The Fool card is not a fool. He's nobody's fool. Well, he's everybody's fool, but he represents like mankind. He is the poor schmuck that all the other cards in the tarot happen to. He's the one taking the journey. That's why his number is 0. And he is, whenever you see the Fool card, it means, expect it or not, you're going to be starting a whole new journey. It's a step up. It might be, I don't know, it's usually some sort of pretty big new start. But sometimes it can take you by surprise. But I'll tell you, it's always good because when you get the Fool card, it means your soul has selected the next part of the journey for you. And our soul is pretty good at that. Except they tend to want to spend too long in the gift shop. But that's just me. Okay. Woo. Second card, really interesting card. So when you get a big opportunity, by the way, I'm an artist and I've been gardening today, so my nails, I'm just going to wear gloves next time. Anyway, this is a fascinating card. It goes with the Fool card, and let me tell you why. Whenever we take a risk and start a whole new adventure, a whole new journey in life, which you're about to do, Um, Sometimes we don't want to, even if it's wonderful. Sometimes, even if we do want to, if we make a strong choice on our own behalf, like in our own interest, not for anybody else, but for us, the universe comes back once or twice and says, "Are you sure? Are you sure you're going to want to do this?" And you're supposed to say yes. But this card is a guy who is, there's a once in a lifetime thing happening here. See? He is getting a golden cup handed to him from a cloud. And he's already got 3 golden cups. So that he should recognize this opportunity and say, yes, golden cup from hand and cloud. I'm very happy you're here. I'll take that. But instead, he's like, it's maybe not the most convenient time. Can you come back next Tuesday around 3? And the golden cup in the hand is like, no. So, brief detour. Let me illustrate this card for you. A long time ago, when I was a personal shopper at the Louis Vuitton flagship store on Fifth Avenue, that was fun. Weird, French, but fun. One day I realized that I had to start doing this for a living. I just did. I couldn't take sales anymore. I couldn't tell people what they wanted to hear. I could only tell the truth, and that's not a good thing in sales. So I quit. And the next day I woke up and I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm I'm doing this. I'm going to go out and get my office. Just then the phone rang. This is back when there were phones. And somebody on the other end said, "Hello, is Peri there?" And I was like, "C'est moi." That's French for, yeah, it's me, bitch. And she said, I'm calling from the Chanel. I'm not going to do the accent anymore. It's just embarrassing, all of us. She was calling from the Chanel mastership store on 57th Street. She asked if I would like to come in and be their personal shopper. That was a big deal. That's like, if you're a personal shopper in the 90s or thousands or whatever it was, that was like the highest you could get, even better than Vuitton. And I said no. Of course, I still wake up screaming, but it was sort of like when you make a strong decision for your own future and your own dreams. A, do not expect the approval of family and friends, and B, expect the universe to give you a couple pop quizzes. So I didn't take the job, and shortly after that, everything went great. Okay, I really didn't sleep last night, so forgive me. The last one is the Knight of Cups. And even if you think that like you can't meet anybody if you're single or interested, somebody is coming for you. I mean, in a good way. Don't make, I mean, just more in like a romance novel way than a Dateline episode. Um, Cups are emotions. He's a knight in shining armor. He could also be a girl or boy or trans or whatever. But this is a person of whatever gender you happen to be attracted to who is thinking about you and probably coming towards you towards the end of the week. Horse is optional. Okay. Woo. That was fun. Um, while we're waiting for the next caller, I want to tell you a brief story. Ruby, what a beautiful name. Wow. Ruby, can you hang out 1 second while I talk about my date with Destiny with Dame Helen Mirren?
Sure.
Thank you. I love that name. You know what? I'll tell that at the end of the show. I like you. Okay, my dear. Where are you calling from?
Texas.
Gonna have to speak up a little. Sorry. Let me turn my phone up.
Texas.
Where are you calling?
From Texas.
Texas. Cool. Any particular place in Texas? You just wander around. Hello, I'm
Corpus.
Ruby. Oh, nice.
Corpus.
Oh, it's such a nice town. I love Texans. Okay.
Yeah.
I like to connect to people through their birthdays. So, speaking slowly and clearly, can you tell me when your birthday is?
October 15th, 1985.
Oh, that's a great, October 15th is a great day.
Yeah.
Libra women, you guys tend to be a little more straightforward than people are often prepared for, but I love that. And you usually have a great natural sense of like design in whatever context. 1985, so 1970. Anyway, I'll figure out your Chinese astrological year in a bit. So, how can I help you, my darling?
Mm, I was just wondering how things are going to turn out. They're pretty messy.
Oh, do we have a triangle situation here or a quadrangle? Is it your love
Mm,
life that's messy right now? Because it seems like there's at least two other people here, possibly 3 or 12. So, am I on the right track?
yeah, but
Carolyn,
not
you
really.
there?
I'm not concerned. Not concerned about that.
Oh,
More like just
okay.
life, like
Okay. Well, it looks
financially,
like you
stuff like that.
you might have um, been distracted by stuff and kind of took your eye off the ball of your finances and organization, like everybody else in the world, including me. Is that what's
Mm,
worrying you? It just
kind
feels
of,
like
yeah.
things are a little out of your control right now. So I'm just trying to narrow it down.
Exactly.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So among, even though my dad was Jewish, my mother is Episcopalian, my sister is Muslim, my brother's Catholic, another one's agnostic, I am a Buddhist, among other things. I'm also, Christian and Jewish and stuff. But and in the Buddhism I practice, there's a phrase in Japanese, which I've just forgotten, but it means
Mm,
start from here. Because what happens is you have a very delicately, finely wired nervous system, which is a very nice way of saying you're very sensitive, you're very smart, but you get overwhelmed. And boy, do I know that feeling. Are you also a little psychic? It feels like you are. Are you one of us, baby?
yeah.
Yeah, I thought
Kind
so.
of. I think so.
But yeah, you're more of a dream psychic. Wow, I think you might have seen ghosts too, but we'll get back to that. Or not this time.
Mm,
Here's what I'm going to say. I'm actually going to pick some cards, which I almost never do. Just, I like your vibe. Okay. Did you have, maybe not in the immediate past, but did you have like your own business or side hustle or something like that? Or
yeah.
freelance?
Yeah.
Okay. And you weren't very careful about keeping the books. Don't look at me. My business was run for 12 years by things scribbled on cocktail napkins or possibly in Sharpie on the cat. So I'm in no
Mm,
position to judge. But you're either getting audited, and I hope you're not. I don't think you are, but there's like this whole backlog of stuff that you should have done over the past 3 or 4 years. And I'm telling you, only people that we don't actually know in person who might be androids have their financial life together. Anyway, that's what I
mm,
tell myself because it's comforting. Okay, but it's okay. You can start from here. Do one small thing, like set a timer for 10 minutes, go like sit in front of your computer and do like 10 minutes of looking at your finances. Then go downstairs, have a big drink, and then come back again in 45 minutes and do the same thing. What you want to do, as my mom used to say, how do you eat an elephant, darling? One bite at a time. You're going to be okay. Actually, I'm not sure if you filed your taxes yet, but you can get an extension, but you're going to get a pretty big refund this year. I mean, if you ever get it, I mean, God knows what's going on in the IRS right now.
mm,
But so there's that. You're also, hmm, okay. There is there are a number of places you can go to look for money that's owed you, right? That you might not know about. I tell people about going to their government and listen closely. And if you miss this, come back and listen to it on the YouTube archive, right? Very important.
mhm.
There's something called uh, unclaimed funds or unclaimed property. I live in
Oh
New
yeah, I
York,
heard of
so I
it.
go to the nystate.gov website. Just go to your state's government website. Go to unclaimed funds. It is free. Type in your name, your parents' name, go to every state you've ever lived. The reason I say this is because I got $16,000 just doing that when I was bored one day and I'm like, nothing's on TV. What's this unclaimed funds thing? Like a month
Mm,
later, it's like, ooh, that's nice.
mm,
I bought shoes, girl. So do that.
mhm.
There's some money you don't know about. If later on, this information's on my phone, but I'm going to post it on my Facebook page, Peri Lyons on Facebook, Perilyons. I'll list
Mhm.
another a few other absolutely legit, like government things where you can just go and see if you have any other unclaimed funds. Because it feels to me like
Okay.
you're going to be given God or the big love or Fred or whatever you want to call it, is going to give you some breathing space. What I would do is not panic. Reach out. You can call your local representative. I couldn't get something done with my health. I called my congresswoman. I called my senator. I called everybody. I called Ryan Gosling, but he didn't answer. Um, he wouldn't have been much help, but it would have made me happy. Um, that's what they're there for, at least for the next few months. Who knows what will happen after that? Um, so is this making sense?
Yeah.
I'm going to assume you said yes. The other thing I'm going to
Yes.
say is you have always been fiercely independent, and good for you. You're strong, you're very smart, but ask for help. I mean, don't ask from people who are just going to make fun of you, but there are people around you. Ask for help. You can get it. People love you, and we want to give our friends the chance to give back to us. It's a gift. Everybody wants to be trusted. Everybody wants to be asked advice from or favors up. Really, honestly. How's your love life? Because now that we've got your financial stuff dealt with, you're probably, I'm not sure if you're working right now, but you're probably, if you're not, or you're at a job that's like you don't like, you want to leave, or it's not paying enough. Um, big job opportunity is going to roll around like September, October. So you want to make sure that you're in set up to take advantage of that opportunity. Um, any of this
Okay.
making sense? Is this helping?
Yes.
Oh, good. I think the best part of your life is ahead of you. And I know we get to that age, and I said 1985 or something.
Yeah.
Right. When we get to our 40s, we start to think like, I'm not pretty anymore. I'm old. And my beautiful
Mm.
mom, God bless her, used to say, darling, a woman's most beautiful, powerful, charismatic years are between 40 and 70. And she was right. You're just getting out of your jammies and into being a happy, self-expressed, fulfilled grown up. You're going to like it. And you know what? Nobody really does it earlier than this, even if they tell you they have.
Mm.
They're weird, probably robots. Um, okay. Um, Let me just ask my producer, darling, shall I take the next caller or okay? Ruby, is
Yes.
that helpful? I'm going to take my next caller, but I just I
Yes.
want
Yes.
you to be okay, and I know you're going to be okay. There's not a doubt in
Always.
my mind. Not a doubt.
Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you.
All right, sweetheart. Be good. Bless
You
you.
too.
God, my hands are weird. Okay, I'm sorry. Um, who's the next caller, Dave? It's not appearing in my screen, and I already like her. Oh, cool name. Where's she calling from? Oh, really? I'll be damned. Hi, Kristen. Peri, how are
Hi.
you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. My family has been in Ipswich for about 400, well, not right now, but 400 years, and my so much family there. I love
Wow.
uh, I love Cape Ann. I love Gloucester. Cool.
Yeah.
I mean, then they all died, but it
Well,
was great up till then. How can I help you, my dear? It must be important because you're a Yankee, and Yankees have their heads screwed on really straight. So actually feel very honored that you called in. That makes me feel like if a Yankee takes me seriously, I'm
well,
happy.
thank
Now,
you.
how can I help?
Yeah. Well, I know that I'm surrounded by spirit. I would love if you could do any mediumship or tell me who's around me or
Sure.
what's in store for me, my future, or
Um,
mediumship I'd love.
I do too, but then I have to sleep for like 2 days and eat a lot of cookies. Um, but okay.
I'm
First of all,
easy
tell me
on
your birthday. I
surrounded.
like to connect people through the birthdays.
5571.
Oh, look at you, you little Taurus, you. That's the best week of tour. That's like my favorite week of the whole year for people.
Cool.
Yeah, my best friends are like May 7th, May 8th. It's just great. So already all good. Now, let me see. Wow, you do have a lot of people. What is this, a revival meeting? Holy mackerel. You're going to
I'm
pick
told that
somebody
I'm
out that you want to talk
surrounded.
to. Huh?
And the way you just said "holy mackerel," that's one of our family sayings.
Oh, okay. It's not something I say very often. So,
Yep.
um,
Nope. Holy mackerel.
your family's been there, at least half your family's been in that area for quite some time.
Well, yeah, pretty much.
Maybe 100. Yeah. Um, okay, we've got two different kinds of people coming through. Wow, you're popular. Also, you have a gift for this.
I've
Next
been
week, I'm
told
going to,
that too.
what
I've
was
been
that?
told that.
Yeah.
I've been told
Well,
that
you
I
know
have a
it
gift.
too. When we get told it, we only remember it because it rings our inner truth bell. It's kind of a pretentious phrase, but you know what I mean. Okay. Is your dad still with us, or is he the guy I'm seeing
No.
in front of me? There's a guy here and a guy there, and then right smack and dab of me, there's a lady. But I think your mother's still here, so I'm not sure it's your
Yep.
mom.
My mother's still here.
Yeah, I'm sorry, your mother's what?
My mother is still here.
Yeah, thought so. I don't think your dad is he?
Nope.
Yeah, okay. Kind of a ghoulish question. I apologize. What an
That's okay.
interesting guy. Very, very unusual to have a man come through first. Um, and I think the woman in front of me is your grandmother, but I'm not sure which side. Let me go to your dad first. Did he have a kind of an old-fashioned, like an English name, 2 syllables? What was his first name?
His first name was Gray. His middle name was Aubrey.
Okay, Aubrey is what I was picking up. Um, very fine old English name. I don't know why I didn't get Ray, but whatever. Um, and it's interesting. I think I think he did quite well. I think he was very smart, pretty educated, but for some reason he is showing me himself in like gardening attire, like overalls or, and I don't know why. Was he like a bank executive who gardened or something? Because he's,
Nope.
wow, he was cute when he was young. What? Sorry, go ahead.
He was cute.
Yeah, he was cute. I mean, I'd ask him out if we weren't on different sides of the veil. But he's got great cheekbones, really nice face shape. Hold on, Aubrey. Funny, he's from an interesting mix of like upper and lower class. I'm not being obnoxious. It's just I don't know any other way to put it. Like
Okay.
that makes. Oh, I got 2 minutes. Okay, what he wants you to do. You have two brothers?
Yes.
Okay. One of them's in trouble. You're gonna have to do something.
Possibly.
Yeah, he's always in trouble. But um, I come from a family where if if you're in trouble, well, not my brother and my sister, but my other two brothers, they vanish. But you're not that kind of person. You're a
No.
good person.
Thank
And
you.
it's funny. I don't know if I believe in past lives, but I'm getting a lot of past lives with you. I hope you call back next week. I want to give more time to your fascinating. You've always been good. You're just good. So help your
Thank you.
brother out. He's not doing well and he's not talking about it. He is clinically
Okay.
depressed. I'm not sure if he's self-medicating. I wouldn't be surprised. Your other brother's fine. You have a half sister? Sorry, there's a girl who's kind of coming in and out.
Um, Not that's past.
I'm sorry? No, this is just regular.
Nope. I have stepbrothers. I have one sister.
Okay, that's what was confusing me. Okay, blended families drive psychics crazy, but I really like them. Okay, you might want to. I don't think you talk to your sister very often. I feel like your mom.
Nope,
Will you fix that? What?
that's true.
Yeah. Well, you guys, you're at the same time, you're both too different to get along and too similar to get along. However, if we reframe that, we could say you're similar so you understand each other, but you're different enough to make it interesting. I would start reaching out to people. Are your brothers here on the other side?
Here.
Okay, good, because I got all nervous. Yeah, that's what I thought. One of them lives in the Hudson Valley. It feels like New York. No, they're good.